Um, is there any chance you could be trying to run on Carl Palladino's new taxpayer line as well, to try to pick up another line on the ballot?
It's certainly possible.
So is that something you've considered or had any conversations about?
Yes, we've had some discussions.
And what have those discussions entailed as far as that goes?
Oh, nothing more than just kind of discussions around how it would work and whether it makes sense or not. We haven't made any decisions at this point.
And I know you're here with two guys who have endorsed Carl Palladino. Do you think, are you putting some weight behind Carl Palladino as a Republican candidate, or where do you kind of stand on that issue as who should be the Republican nominee?
Sure. At this point, I've stayed completely out of the primary process, and we'll let the primary voters decide.
And so you don't have any leanings one way or the other. I mean, as far as whether you think so, the fact that you're thinking about running on Carl Palladino's line, we shouldn't take that as putting any endorsement behind Carl Palladino himself.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm intentionally not getting involved in any way in that race. And I'm already made for with Rick Lazio on the conservative line. The Republican line obviously will be a primary. And beyond that, we'll just, in fact, have a running mate with Andrew Cuomo on the Independence Party line. So I'm really kind of staying out of that completely.
And why did you decide just to kind of stay out of that primary race altogether?
Well, because I think that, frankly, really two reasons. One, because I'm really focused on my race to try to address the fiscal problems of the state. The fiscal problems of the state are massive, and we need someone who's got a laser focus on trying to address them, not be distracted by political issues or side issues or issues that aren't, related to the office. And so I'm spending 18 to 20 hours a day, every day, going after this with all my energy to try to get that message across to the voters. And anything else other than that's just a distraction.
So, whether it's Cuomo, Lazio, Palladino, somebody else, you think you can work with any of them to try to get the fiscal budget balanced the way it needs to be?
I think I have to. I think the controller needs to be able to be above politics, needs to be an objective watchdog on behalf of the taxpayer, looking out for the best interests of the taxpayer and trying to get their interests represented as aggressively as possible. The controller's office hasn't been, in my opinion, well utilized in a long period of time. It's the only statewide official whose only job is fiscal issues. And so he or she has to be the best and toughest watchdog on behalf of the taxpayer. And given the circumstances of our state and the mess that we're in, it's clear that hasn't been happening. And so, that's my whole focus, and I'm going to work with whoever's in office, the governor, the legislature, whomever, to try to make that happen.